So now that you've had a pretty good chance to evaluate the offensive line, ones and twos, do you feel like you can pretty much interchange those guys when game time comes?
Yeah, as far as our defensive scheme and everything is going to be, most of that responsibility is going to count on our guys up front, and I think we got some numbers and some interchangeable pieces there. Key is to continue to hone in now on week-to-week game planning.
And you guys use the 3-4 here, but obviously that gives you guys less numbers up front. So what do you have to do in a 3-4 versus a 4-3 on the defensive line?
I think it allows us some speed on the field, and gives us opportunities to attack certain offenses, but we're still sound and in our fist. So we're not really concerned about that. I think we got a chance to compete in a positive manner with that front. So.
And you guys are going to go up against Rutgers, which ran the ball pretty well last year, but you've been practicing against a primarily passing offense. So how do you feel the defensive line matches up against that?
It's always a challenge. It's one of those things we have to really be sound fundamentals. The football 101 still doesn't change, but those are the challenges that we have to manufacture this week and the weeks to come as far as preparation for those type of offenses. But that's going to be the challenge for the guys, and I think they're looking forward to it.
I'm probably going to butcher this guy's first name, but Ngalu Tapa, do you feel like he's going to be in the mix? And then also how about Lyman Fali?
Ngalu's going to have a little bit of growing. Hopefully he'll continue to make headways and progress, but we're counting on him as a mainstay for our program for many years to come. Lyman, on the other hand, he's heavily involved with our stuff, special teams, and one of the veteran guys of the group. So he's part of our lineup.
And what does Tapa need to improve upon and develop over the years?
Well, I think Ngalu's just got to make up some time. They came in on the back end of the summer and didn't quite get the full off season like everybody else. So the learning curve has got to be sped up, and he's got to continue to stick with it and try to get as much as he can as we move into game planning and game week.
And then lastly, when you're going against these running backs here, preparing for Rutgers and things like that, what running back on your roster has challenged you guys the most?
So those guys are all like double-headed monsters, man. Wiggs is a powerful downhill runner, but also got the speed to turn it on. And Jamal and T. West and the rest of the group, they're all got their attributes and challenges, and it gives us a good, realistic look as far as speed. I think that group there with Coach Marshall, they got a good beat and hone in on some pieces that will help us on that side of the ball.